Probably, I think we're live. Let me check. We're live. Yeah, I think we got a connection. So welcome to the live edit of a real wedding. I do this often, so I like just to incorporate people like how I edit my weddings. So I'm a wedding photographer. I've been a wedding photographer for 20 years. Also shoot video, and I like to share my my edits with you. The way I edit, the way I work, it's quite different from other photographers, I guess. Still very interesting to see how other photographers, of course, work. So as you can see, here's my screen. I will share my screen with you. This is my setup right here. I use a loop deck, hardwired. So basically, these are physical buttons of Lightroom, so I can do things. Of course, my normal keyboard, a loop deck that I use for loop deck kind of things. So like I use this for the virtual copies. I got some presets over here for my black and whites because I use a lot of black and whites, and I can copy paste very quick. And the edit you're seeing right now is I already did a part of the editing, so we're dropping in the shoot part from where the shoot starts because that's the interesting part. And I'll share my screen with you. And one thing that is very important, screen. I don't do any color grading for the most part of the wedding, so there's a very big misconception. I will do mostly contrast stuff and only do the real color grading in the shoot part. So if you go to a getting ready photos, you'll see the photos I've shot are just the normal Canon photos, and I put some basic editing on them. And that means that I use a lot of contrast stuff to make this photo a little bit popping out. So that means this is the original photo. This is my edit. And I keep the color as it was because it's a Canon, has a great color science. I'm not gonna make it heavy because it's just a get ready photo. I'm not gonna over edit it. And when I go to the shoot, I go a little bit further than that because it's a shoot, so it can be more. It can have a look. So how does it work? Here you see my presets basically. So normally when people use a preset, they use one preset like this, and you have a certain preset for your photos. But that's not how I work if I work for myself, my own edit. So what I do, I still use the basic edit stuff, and I have created some masks. Some are AI, some are just selection masks that I can add into these photos. So for instance, I don't like the faces. I can change, grab something to make the faces better without doing a lot of masking right here. I made myself very simple. I made it very easy for myself. And in here, you'll see the looks I use. So I have 3 types of looks. The one you see here, there's the muse. It's quite heavy, and it comes down to a look. I got an analog look that I've made that is really analog. So if I pop it up, it's like this. It's really has an analog vibe. It has a cutoff on the blacks and on the whites, and I've got this Lumiere look. Also a little bit of a analog feel. As you can see, it's quite cold contrasts with a bit warm of it in it. That's the 3 looks I have, and I use different looks for different weddings. For the shoot, I use what I think is the best for that wedding. Go back. So for this wedding, I've made a basic edit, and now I'm going further with the whole editing part. If you have any questions about how I do it, what I do, please ask. I got a chat right here. I check out the chat. Sometimes I don't see it because of the screen swapping, but I'll keep the chat in mind. And I start, yeah. Same thing like you always would do in editing. And I'm curious if you guys are wedding photographers and how you edit, because everyone has a different way of editing, of course. I'm gonna lift up my screen a little bit because my mic's in the way. Always a struggle with my mic. So I hope you can hear me still. Let me check here, like this. So the colors, I know I'm not convinced of the colors because it's quite a heavy look for the place they're in. And this is more green, but then the photo gets a little bit flat. So I'm still a bit indifferent on what I want to do with the look in this photo. I like the analog look also in this photo. So once I stick to a look, I'll keep that look. I like this also, but I think there's a face mask on here. Yeah. So I like this look too because it's like this shot a couple of days ago, and I like the fact that it's a little bit green lush, and I think this is just too spring, more like October kind of month feeling. So I'm gonna stick to this kind of vibe because I like it better for this wedding. I'll copy it. Sorry, before I copy, I'm gonna check out if I want to do stuff to her face because their faces are a little bit dark. I can do a skin retouch. I can do a people bright, so you can see I can make them a little bit brighter. I can make them pop a little bit like this. There's all filters I've built, so it doesn't destruct the color grading. It only makes the couple better. Now when I copy this mask, only have to copy it on here, and I will, and it does its magic. I don't have to do anything, and I like it. I think I'll stick to this one. So what I do normally when I edit per light section. So this is all in the same light section, so these all get the same edit. As you can see, maybe Lightroom is gonna auto rotate photos because I am a photographer that sometimes rotates while shooting. I'm not a straight shooter. Yep, it's done. Almost the last one. I'm editing from a server, so if you like, oh, it's not that fast. Well, it's because I'm editing from a server. Well, it's quite fast actually, but could go faster. And right here I see that it isn't straight. I hate it when Lightroom makes my photo straight and it isn't straight. Yep. And what I do during the editing, when I give it a 2-star rating, means that I like the photo, and I will send them to the couple. Like here, and maybe like this. Maybe a little bit lighten up, like this. Yep. Again, maybe a little more light. So the thing I always have to be careful of is that my screens are calibrated, and people use their phones and becomes a bit darker on the phones. That's always a struggle because we photographers edit in a great computer, everything awesome, and then people watch it on their iPhone with a true tone display that ruins your photo. That happens a lot. Like this too. This has a look, but a little bit more light in here, and I don't like their pose. It's a little bit awkward pose. So always try to be careful for those awkward kind of poses. Most people aren't like used to posing, so you have to take the awkwardness away. And I know that the groom isn't the guy that really likes posing, which is fine. I like this shot. And if I make a virtual copy, I could make it black and white. I would stick to a basic black and white like this, because they will pop out like this. And there's a little trick if you want to make people pop out a little bit more. I'm gonna do it in a sec with black and white, especially. There's a really cool trick. Because if you like, someone is not popping off the screen, like he has a green suit and there's a green environment, sometimes he sticks to the background, but in this case it works because I didn't put him in front of a tree. Yeah, and this I think is oh, and white for address, because address needs a little bit more detail. This is better. Yeah, I always do twice the copy because sometimes it doesn't do it right. I like this photo in black and white too, so I will make a copy. That's why I use, oh sorry, press it twice, use my loop deck, and I'm done. Because I always use the same style. The great thing is when I go to black and white, it still uses my masks. The masks stay intact, and that's great about it. So I still have a mask right here. There's a face mask. I've got a header one, and it's too much, so I will make it, drop it down from 0, crank it up a little bit. So I forgot to add it in the other photos because it just makes her skin pop up a little bit, as you can see right here. A little bit pop up in the faces. Also right here. How stupid of me. You'll see the faces. The mask. Go to 0. And then just go a little bit. This makes all the difference. Just like a little bit of face popping. The trick is always to use, not to use too much. Just a little bit. If you it's very simple. If you did it and you don't know if you've done it, then you probably did it the right way. This, okay. I'll show you the trick in a sec. I like these photos, so I will select them again. So place. So this photo is a typical black and white photo. Sometimes I will shoot like moved photos, a lot of movement in them, and I'll go black and white. But most of the time I will give them the color version also, but the black and white is the better option. Replace. So this photo. So one of the things I see in this photo is her neck, and yeah, that's what a lot of women don't like, is that their neck is a little bit, well, you know how it is, you know, like that's the thing women don't like. So what I'll try to do, and that's a great thing that you can do it with Lightroom nowadays, I will try to remove it. We men have beards, so we don't have that problem, you know, like that's neck problem. So if you don't want to have a double chin, just have a beard. And I'll move it, so it just looks better, and I know she will be happy with it. So press set if you want to see a fit screen. Again, the chin. I'm not a guy that likes retouching photos, but I think I know they will appreciate it if you didn't, and yeah, because yeah, it's just normal. And especially when you do a chin like this, we have it also like this, but you don't see it. So just by removing that little thing right there, problem solved. If you look at this, the original photo, there's this, and the edited photo. I'm not really I don't like the skin tone, still a little bit bright, but black and white. Also again, I also have a one with a bigger contrast. This one. I like the lower contrast better for this photo. Come on, yep. Again here, so the double chinny thing. So this is a photo that needs a little bit more depth like this. Also we'll go black and white. So these photos were on sharp on purpose because I like to shoot on sharp sometimes. And just to make them was the beginning of the shoot, and he wasn't used to shooting like most men. That's the thing as a wedding photographer. Like, you have to shoot photos of people that don't want to be photographed. Well, men. Not all of them, but a lot of them. This photo, yeah. I'm gonna grab that sun thing there. This, or what did I do? Sorry. You can see that the filter is too much. I like this photo, but I need a different color, so I will add that color grade on it. I can actually do it like with my loop deck. Well, it should do that. Oh, what's it doing? Oh, with copy here, like I can copy development settings and paste it right here. So it's really great thing about the loop deck. So I can select these photos, that's my copy, my paste, and it will paste the settings right here. So something changed here in the yep. What am I doing? Come on. The photo isn't straight. Like this. Yep. So there's something wrong. Yeah, it's a sharp photo. Yeah, like this. Sorry, wrong filter. Come on, man. Thank you. Sometimes when there's a bright sun, I use the high contrast like this. But like a high contrast shot like this. So you see her dress more like this, you know, like. Or lighten up. So I made the photo. Lightroom made it straight for me, but it didn't make that straight. And I see someone walking right here, and just even though I asked that nobody would walk outside during the shoot, still people are walking outside or smoking and stuff. It just happens. And I'm just curious. Probably when you're watching your wedding photographer, I I hate when people say, "Oh, you can Photoshop that out." And I'm like, this is time, you know. That's my precious time. I'm not one. I don't want to Photoshop something out. Why isn't this photo sharp? Let me check. Oh yeah, I know why. So never say that to the wedding photographer. The filter here does something really strange with the mask. Turn it off because there's definitely no need a mask in this photo. A little bit it needs to be a little more straight like this. It's more like a little moment. I love those little moments. Again, don't need a mask. Well, maybe I do need it, but I don't need it that much. Yep, just a little bit. Yep. Oh, so it's just slow. Yeah, I can open up a little bit, and I like the way she's looking at him. Like this, and sometimes I'm like, I like this photo also like standing up. So I will do this and I press X, and X that makes the photo portrait because this is an excellent portrait photo. Copy it. There's a lot of keyboard shortcuts which I like, and I think the other one is interesting. Now, stick to the A. They're in the full sun right here. Sometimes cool then choose the high contrast thing, but then the mask needs to be gone. And we have to balance that out with the highlights, of course. But I don't want this photo to be the high contrast version. Maybe the vibrance version. Or the basic. I go for basic. But I would say this photo should be a black and white. Yeah. So this was a behind the scenes photo. I will shoot a lot of behind the scenes. So when importing photos, I asked Lightroom to straighten up all the photos, and now I know why I hate that Lightroom does it, because it made every photo not straight and it just cropped it a lot. And I don't like the crop, so this is the last time I will ask Lightroom to crop my shots. But this is a behind the scenes shot because as you can see, the makeup artist was helping. So like this. Now I'm gonna copy this setting. Although, yeah, this one. Replace. Check. Color stays the same. Let me check why it doesn't replace. Check the color. Okay, there's something right here. Let me check. Copy this. Color grade. Replace. Should need the greens are the wrong color. Ah, there we are. Go down. Now we see that the face is too much light in there. Yep, light it up. It's just a back behind the scenes photo, but still I want the photo to be good enough. And I'm gonna copy this to all the photos are in the same place. I'm gonna paste them. Paste settings. I hope it works out. Replace them. That takes a bit of time. Yep, it's working. It takes some time because a lot of AI, well, yeah, nowadays I call it AI stuff. Well, the first photos are done, so I can work on those. I want to check here if their feet are fully on the photo, because I hate it when the feet are cut off, but it's better. I like this one for the behind the scenes. Then we get this photo. I already thought it was strange cutout, strange crop. Yeah, like this. Needs more light. So these are just fun photos, so not like a real shoot. A lot of times during shoot I will make just have a little bit of fun. Don't let people do too much because they are not used to shooting. There's something in the crop I need to fix here. This will be a black and white photo. Oops, just a long run. Yep. So my intention was black and white. So we're trying out a certain kind of pose. The building has to be straight. Yep. With black and white. I choose a warm black and white. This. Yep. And the great thing, you don't see the people inside, which I like. Yeah, and I can see there's a lot of crop in here, and I want to see the building because I like the building. The greenhouse, a big one. Photo isn't straight. This. Oh, yeah, like this. A little bit softer. So what I can do in this situation, I can say I want to desaturate the backgrounds to give them a little bit more pop. You'll see it in a sec that the background is. Oh, you still run a process on the other photo. Sorry, still working on the other photos right here. It's almost done. Then you will change my photo. Almost there. Yep, and I was gonna edit this photo. As you can see, now it changed the color, but I don't like the thing he did. Yep, also a black and white shot. Also see the cars in the back. I don't like the cars. I'm gonna remove the cars here because you see a lot of cars. You know, I'm not a big AI user, but like these, or like deleting stuff is awesome because it took a lot of time when we didn't have AI. You had to go in Photoshop, and now we can do it in Lightroom. Or you added something strange over there because that Lightroom does. Better, just trees, man, trees and grass. That's the only thing I need. Trees and grass. I'm not gonna do it on the black and white because it's not that visible. This photo, yeah, they're popping enough because of the sun. Funny thing on this wedding, my drone broke down because it was attacked by a crow. And that's the second time in a couple of weeks. And I always be careful. I'm always careful of birds, but somehow that little fucker grabbed my drone, and it's really annoying because stop doing that. It's very expensive every time a crow does that. I like this one. Yeah. The post isn't that great, but there's not a lot of symmetry in this photo. That's the problem. We need symmetry. So first let's delete the car. Just curious, if I delete this tree, what happens? Grab my move. Let's create a bit of symmetry and a little bit more grass. Okay. First, this. This is a big one. So I don't know if it's going to work. A whole tree over there. Hey. That miss a spot. So let me check. Okay. Remove. I'm curious what happens. Just to see how we can make the photo better with a little bit more of editing. Because it's a shoot. If it's a shoot, you can do more stuff. That looks very artificial. Nope. No, I'm gonna do that. Maybe only this post, but the post is really annoying. Remove the post because that one is. I could remove it if I put more work in it, but it's a lot of work for a photo. I don't know if it's worth doing that. Thing here, and maybe we want grass because we don't have grass in the front, and a little bit of grass goes a long way. Also here. Remove. So I say remove, so I'm guessing then it fills in the grass. It removes the stones. Or does something strange. Waiting. I did a great job. So now we have grass. Copy. Make a black and white version. Get it. Get it. Saying if you shoot in front of a building that has like straight lines, you'll always have those. You have to focus on those lines that are straight. Die. Is better. What that means for this photo, we have to do the same. Yeah, yep. Like it, black and white. I like that coziness. She has her eyes open. That's actually, cannot do that. Close your eyes. Close your eyes, people. When you can see, close your eyes. It just looks better. Yes, this is a kiss. This is a kiss. What's happening to the skin tones? Pink skin is getting actually too much. A little bit darker, actually. I like the black and white better. The other black and white. This one. Better. Yep. So ring photo. Also black and white. what can I say? I just love black and white. Oh, and make a black and white version. More contrast. Yep. The behind the scenes photo. Another behind the scenes. Another behind the scenes. That's all. When I work with other people, like makeup artists, I always make a lot of behind the scenes photos because I know that people love those photos when they're working with a couple, because they're not the photographer, they are they are the people that do other stuff. So I have a camera, so shoot photos of the other people there, and well, they will be very, very happy. Gosh, I never should have had Lightroom straighten up all my photos because it looks horrible. Yeah, there needs more to be more connection in this photo. Like this. Yeah, that's not the thing. I think the background subject pop. Yeah, that's what I do. I do a subject pop. So I added on my filter, so it just adds a little bit more depth in my subject. So the background falls a little bit more less in the photo. I want to check the high contrast thingy because that's what I want to do. Yeah, I like the high contrast. And here, so I'm a big fan of shooting veil photos with a holding the veil myself, but the problem is that my camera is so heavy nowadays that it's almost impossible for me to do it. Same, I think I'm gonna grab the popping effect of this photo and put it on here. Replace, should pop a little bit more. Pop, pop. Or not. Right, like this, yep. Going for the high contrast. Funny, like I edited the photo. Oh yeah, Lightroom is not changing. Yeah, copy. And I'm looking for that sweet spot of this photo. I took a couple of them. I just ask them, just grab each other. Don't really think, just do. Forget I'm there. Place. Yep. I'll choose a color also for the couple. Again, it's better. And I'm going to get way closer because that's what we want. That's what we want, yeah. Yep. Want to be. So because of the sun, we get a little bit of haze. So we have a little bit do a little dehazing here. And I will make a black and white version. I like the black and white. There's like one. Again, this one is money is it's in the black and white. So for people watching, if you're dropping in, you never watch my oh, hi Fatoon. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm editing while watching. Yeah. Good job, man. Thanks, man. Me too, in a way. Yeah, that's. I think I don't know. It's great to hear because I'm not the only one that's like editing and sometimes watching YouTube videos, like all kind of crime stuff, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'm like watching crime videos and I'm editing. I'm like, you can't do that because you should have like a screen, dark room, and just edit. But it's so boring sometimes. Yes, it's great to have you with me, so we can edit together. Are you editing a wedding, or what are you editing? I'm going to call you Fatoon. Fatoon 7441. What's happening right here? I'll keep the chat right here so I can see the chat. What's happening here? Yeah, this photo sucks. Like this one. Let me check as a high contrast thingy. Only have to balance it out. Bloop. Wow, the white balance. Instant great photo. Yeah, I like it. I like that she's not looking in the camera. Give it a rating, and I think this one is going to be really hardcore in black and white. I think. Or not. Yeah, this. Yeah, I like this. This fashion. This is great. Great. Why doesn't it do it the right way? Yeah, that's the right way. Okay, like it. Money shot. I will copy this setting right here because I like this edit. Copy it. And for all those photos, basically they are in the same ballpark. Oh, this one. Develop settings, paste. Replace. So after I done the shoot, the rest of the photos is way easier because these are the heavy hitters. Let's open up. I knew I shot the photo a little bit wider than this. Do I want to edit something? Angle should be 0 because you're annoying me. Because I want to pull this one up. Yeah, because I shot a photo like this, which is better. Only thing I want to add is like maybe a linear mask to draw some less attention. Yeah, like this. I don't mind that the sky is overexposed. I like overexposing. I'm going to copy this one, and I don't want to copy this part. And I will paste, replace. Should be a great photo. Yeah, I'll send this again. Great. Everything's popping out. Not how I shot it. 0. Yep. So don't be afraid to shoot photos that are unsharp. You do it right, it looks really cool. Yep. Placed. Also do black and white version. So some photos I will shoot well knowing that I will make a black and white version also. Last one in the same color. I'm missing stuff in this photo. Yep, that's what I'm missing. Need some like this. That's what I want. So this is how the photo looked. That's how we went. Make a copy. Right. Why doesn't it? Oops, poops, like this. Yeah, I like this shot, but I shot this wider than we see right here. I love this shot. I will do a replacement of the black and white. Again. Now we did the other way around with the sun. But yeah, no mask because I don't like the mask, and maybe I'll keep the masks because make the subject way more interesting, but a little bit more this. Again, make it in black and white. Place almost through the shoot. A couple of photos and we're done. So if you're new to the chat and you're wondering what is he doing, we're editing a wedding. To give you an idea, we did multiple weddings today. This is a wedding I shot a couple of days ago. And the way I edit is very simple. I don't use a lot of color grading, only for the real photo shoot. So if you go to the getting ready photos, you only see me do a lot of contrast things and make the photo really pop out without even touching color. Because a lot of photographers or people that try to color grade instantly go to like the to this part, like the color mixer, and just go balls out and change everything up. But I only do that when I'm editing shoots, really the shoot part. For the rest of the photos, you keep it way more toned down because it's not necessary to do, I think. It's a lot of stuff and it doesn't really add up a lot of stuff, a lot on your photos. Yep, I like this one. There's one there on the field. It's turned out not that great, I guess. So I could Photoshop this photo and make it a little bit more like a movement effect, but this is just a photo that needs black and white instantly. Because I know if this photo color I would send it, but in black and white I like it. I like the vibe of the photo. Right here, and her dress is a little bit too much white in here. Lift it up like this. There's an extra shot. We got enough shots. Oh, the color. The white balance is off in this photo. Can I have a white balance? Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was the right balance. Yeah. Still a little bit green, greenish. Well, yeah. That's what I'm missing. Angle. I think again this photo needs a black and white. Replace. Sorry, the honeymaker. Honeymaker speaks Dutch. I will say in Dutch. Hoi, kan je een foto van het begin laten zien wat je doet en per optie verandert. Ik ben nieuw in de wereld vandaag. Right. Well, I will say it in English because so other people understand what we're doing. I will go to a wedding I did earlier today. Let's go to this wedding. Give you a very good example. So what I do in Lightroom, I export all my photos. Before I export photos, I go into a program called Photo Mechanic, and Photo Mechanic is a program to select photos. I never do photo selection in Lightroom because Lightroom is a program that is it isn't built for photo selection. It's slow. It doesn't handle a lot of photos well. And if you shoot like 5 weddings and you have like, I don't know, 30,000 photos, Lightroom gets very slow. So I use a program called Photo Mechanic. That's where I do my selection. After I did my selection with that program, I will only throw in the photos that the couple will get. Sometimes I will delete a photo, but most of those photos the couple will get. So if we go to this wedding that I did earlier, what did I do? Because the person here is asking Dutch, how do you start and stuff? Well, I imported all my photos in Lightroom. And if you're curious, there are other live streams on my, especially the first one that shows everything from the start. I will import the photos in folders like the getting ready, the shoot, the ceremony, etc. So this is a getting ready photo. So this photo looks like there's things done to it, but actually I didn't do a lot of stuff to this photo. Because if you see the original photo, this is the original photo. The only thing I did is I cropped the photo. I used a mask so the backdrop gets a little bit more less saturated and a little bit less light, and he gets more light, so he pops out. And the color is the color of the Canon. Canon has a great color space, so I'm not gonna mess with it. I could add all kind of looks on this photo, but it doesn't add anything to the quality of the photo. So how do I do it? Well, for the people watching, normally when people edit the photo, and I will make a copy of this photo, and I will so this is a copy of the photo. So normally what people do in a photo, they will grab a preset like this one, they throw in a preset and maybe they crop a little bit, and that's the photo. Well, this preset looks awesome because of course I made it. I sell presets, but the truth is when I edit, and most more pro level color graders or photographer they edit in a different way, because there's not one preset for every photo. It's just impossible. So what do? This original photo. First off, I will crop the photo. So I will make a version of the photo I like. So in this case, this is the crop of the photo. I have my basic edit on the photo. This is my basic. And actually when I import a photo, I import the photos with the basic edit. And that's the only thing I do. I throw in the basic edit, and that's 90% of what needs to be done. And then I can say, as you can see, this, and I will close this one off. My preset is actually one big folder. And it contains the presets as in the locations. Sometimes I want a little bit more vibrance. But in this case, I don't want it because the skin is already a little bit darker. So I don't want vibrance on the skin. There's a dinner outside setting. I got a sun setting. I got a high contrast setting for flash indoor party setting. And those I added to those on photos that are in different situations in those situations. And I have a black and white setting, a basic black and white and then high contrast black and white. But I like the color, so I'm not going to do anything more with the photo and the color. The only thing I will do is say, well, I like the color in the photo, but I think he is a little bit stuck to the background. You know what I mean? It doesn't really pop. I still watch, if I watch the photo, I'll see the closet, I will see him, I see his jacket right here. So we need to eliminate that. So the trick is when you're editing, to use your eyes in the right way. And when you use your eyes in the right way is to pinch your eyes and look through your lashes. And if you look through your lashes, you'll see what parts of the photo will light up. So of course his shirt. I also see a lot of white or like light around here, and it doesn't really bring him out of the photo. And I want to bring him out of the photo. That's what I want to say with the photo. I speak with light. I don't speak with words. I'm not going to send this photo to a couple and say, well, he's the main subject of the photo. No, I want to show them that he's the main subject of the photo. So then I go to my masks, and now I can say subject pop. So when I do this, he instantly will pop out because I made a mask. This mask will recognize my subject as him, and instantly he pops out. And now you see the difference between the previous one. It was a great photo. Well, I think it's a great photo. But when the subject pop comes, he gets way more pulled out of the photo. There's still a background, but you're not focused on the background anymore without doing any color grading. Because normally people will say, well, go to the color mixer and just make sure that the saturation of the green is a little less. And I can do that. I can pull out the saturation of the green, but it just looks like shit. And still, it's the situation changed. The color of the closet changed, and the closet is green, so it should be green. Oh, let me go back. What you can do is say, well, the background is a little bit too dominant. You can desaturate the background. So what I do now is a little bit less of saturation in the background, but this color green is already less saturated, though, so it doesn't really, you don't really see it. But this way I made this photo great without doing anything. And instead of doing this to every photo, then I will say just I copy this. I copy all the masking and all the effects, copy it, and I will just put it on the next photo and I'm done. That's it. And I can say, well, I want to make a copy of this photo. I want to make this photo black and white. My black and white high contrast, which works perfectly. It's a little bit more light. And I have a great photo. I'll delete it, because I already did this with the photos. That's what, sorry. That's what it is. For the shoot, we go to a photo shoot. So for a photo shoot, watch my first live stream. I will explain what I do during a photo shoot, because you not just start a photo shoot, you have to really get people in the mood of a photo shoot. And that's the story you will see right here. I let people really be in the moment. And before I even start shooting, I always create a atmosphere, like a little movie, like a little safe space to be in a photo shoot. And always do a photo shoot late on the day, so they know me, that I drink, and everything becomes way more easier. And slowly I will start shooting. I will put them together. I just lean into each other, and I will create photos I like. And as you see right here, from this wedding shoot, if I go to the library, all these photos are all edited. And the difference between these kind of photos and the photos you saw of the getting ready, this is color graded. These photos have a heavy color grading because it's a shoot. I want to go balls out on a shoot. Those are the photos that land on social media. They probably want to print out or something. So do stuff to that. You can keep it simple, but in this case, I wanted to give it a heavier look because I think it's cool. If I would take this photo and I would show the original, this original shot, still a fine photo. There's a car here that I pulled out, but it's not what I want to do. I want to create a more heavier look. Same for the photos I've made on the street, like this. This original photo. This is the photo I've ended up editing. Because this photo deserves more attention in that way. Not every photo is worth doing so much work, because there needs to be a balance. It's too expensive to do every photo like a half an hour edit. And this isn't a half an hour edit, but sometimes it takes half an hour. So that's what I'm doing. But now I'm editing a different wedding. So we're going back to the wedding I was editing. So we're in the back of that. Almost done. So we're right here. This wedding has a different edit because it's a different wedding and a different style. So yeah, every wedding has a different kind of vibe that I create. So I hope that answers your question, the honeymaker. It's funny, you have a English name, but you speak in Dutch. So, but great question. So I hope it answered your question. Okay, this photo. Jeez. There's always a problem that someone's quite taller than the other one. It's just difficult. And this mask is not great. I have that problem too. Luckily my wife is quite tall, but I'm a tall guy, so that's why I never liked smaller women, because it feels like you're walking with a little kid. Because I'm tall, you know, and you're like a big guy like me walks with a little woman, like imagine me with like an Asian woman, like it's too much. There's no balance. Nothing against Asian women, but I'm really tall, you know, like Dutch. Think Dutch? I'm Dutch tall. I'm the guy that can't sit in a fucking airplane because my knees can't fit anywhere. Because the airplanes are made for the whole world except for the Dutch. Yeah. What you gonna do about it? So this photo. So this is a photo I like landscape and like in portrait. So I probably end up making this photo in both ways. So I'll copy it, make a this, also make a portrait version of it, copy it again, and use a black and white on it. I like the high contrast, but yeah, I like this better. Like a little safe space kind of thing. Matik, I'm watching you. As long as you're not from the IRS, then I'm fine with that, man. Then you can watch me. Where you from, Matik? Matik, that sounds French. Could be Canadian. Canadian French. Okay. Again. So never use auto angle of Lightroom because it really sucks. I don't know why I did it. What is wrong here in this photo? So what I could do, because his ear is quite in the zone, I could create a mask. So M on your keyboard, the M from McDonald's. And then you get a linear mask. So I could do like this. And watch this. I can make it a little bit darker. And the clarity. So the clarity a little bit less. So the clarity is over here. I have a keyboard, of course. I do it with my keyboard. Sri Lanka. Oh, great, man. Didn't expect that with the name. I have a friend who's from Sri Lanka. But she's adopted, so she doesn't have a Sri Lankan name. But just show you the difference. If I pull this away and on it just a little bit, creates so much more depth. And I would say I would copy this, duplicate mask, and I would do the same, then the other way, maybe. Oh, also in this, just a little bit, just create a little safe space. It's such a difference because this is the original photo. This is what we've done. You can also switch with, between the beginning photo and this, but I already put a preset on it, so it doesn't show the beginning photo. Yeah, you can show a reference photo, but I don't like working with a reference photo next to it. And I give a 2-star rating because I like the photo, so I remember that the photo is here. And I will pick up a virtual copy and add a black and white, so they have a black and white version. Same with this photo, it looks very cropped. Yeah, it is cropped. And I will make it, it's such a dreamy look. So I used a, for this shoot, I used a lens with a mist filter. That's what you see, it's very soft focus. I like soft focus for shoots. Makes the skin look great, better. So what is going on here? Yeah, this is a typical black and white. Oh, there's a wrong black and white. What did I do? So Matik, are you from Sri Lanka? Are you also a wedding photographer, or what do you do? Who in the chat? Who is a wedding photographer? One. So what I don't like is the veil, like not dropping on here. It should. So let me check if this is a thing that Lightroom can do. I'm hoping. Wait, because doing auto selection, that normally it sucks. Yep, it normally sucks. So I'm gonna do it like this a little bit. Let's just check what Lightroom does. If it doesn't work out, not gonna use it, but sometimes it works. Waiting for the edit. Yep. Please do it. Oh, snap. So obviously you can see that is a edit. So what I will do in this case, I will use a, if you press Shift M for McDonald's, you get a gradient filter like this. So like this. And what I will do, I will invert it. So by inverting, I make the rest a little bit darker, and I will change the clarity so the focus becomes them in the photo. But the only thing I have to do is make sure they are the focus of the photo, because right now they aren't. Voila. It's the original photo, is the edited photo. Is a big difference. I say so myself. And it needs a black and white. Yep. First, I'm an undergraduate cybersecurity. What is enough work in cybersecurity? So you're a great job. And photography is my hobby. Okay, and do you also do weddings or only or everything? Because that's most people start out shooting everything. Yep. This is. Yeah, this looks messy. Also looks very messy. This looks like, yeah, I don't like this photo. I'm gonna delete it. So this is with the makeup artist. Such a nice girl. It's like a behind the scenes shots, because we need behind the scenes shots. And right. All right. We're done with the shoots, and now is up to, and I want to show you guys something, because this wedding had this those people work in the festival industry, and they have like this kind of stuff on a wedding day. On a wedding, these kind of lights. Come on, man, show me the lights. I don't know why Lightroom is so slow right now. Well, I'm working from a server, but normally that isn't a problem. Now it is. I don't know. Oh, there it is. So they had a really, yeah, you'll see photos, but they had like a crazy light show. I was like, okay, impressed with fire, with everything. So great example. This is the ceremony. So only thing in the ceremony is that I used a basic filter, and I'm not gonna do anything more on these kind of photos, because it's this. Why would I do so much on all those photos? I just gonna straighten them up maybe. And this is like, when I shoot photos, I make photos that look like have a great, interesting shape, interesting for social media. Also photos that tell something about the day. So they were too early when he walked towards the towards us. So I wasn't ready actually. So this wedding I shot photo and video. So I also did the video part, because I'm a hybrid shooter. So keep in mind that I also filmed this stuff. I was switching between photo and video really fast. So the thing is, what I could do, because there's a lot of stuff going on in the background. They're standing here, and so in my filters I have a subject pop. When I do it, the rest gets a little bit less visible in photo. So I will copy this, and I will add that subject pop to all these photos, because all these photos need a subject pop. Develop, paste, and I will check out what Matique says. Currently working at a brand protection team in Cube Globe. All right, great, man. Good job. It's a nice photo. I don't know which photo you meant, because there's a lot of photos on my screen. Oh, sorry. Please. But thanks, man. Much appreciated. And great to have you here from Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka. What's the time in Sri Lanka right now? I never ate food from Sri Lanka. I'm very curious. I like real spicy food, so I think that people from Sri Lanka probably can make food that's really spicy. So that's the groom walking towards me with his mother. I always select a lot of photos because why wouldn't I? This photo is, I don't know what I did there. Straighten up the photo. Yep, straighten up. Look, I'm being proud. Proud boy. And maybe I'm going to, okay, 9 o'clock in the evening. Okay. So here it's almost 6 o'clock. Well, it can be 21:09. It's impossible because then it's 21:40 or 20:40. Make a copy of this photo, and what I do is press X on your keyboard. When you press X, you go to a standing photo, something like this. So you get a separate photo with his mom. Then the bride walks up, and I took a lot of space for this photo. Maybe do something like this, lighten up a little bit. Someone more. Like this. Oh, yeah, I'm always shooting. Is it sharp? Yeah, it's sharp. So always check one photo. Yeah, I'm gonna take this photo as an example photo. And this photo I will make standing like this, because we have enough megapixels to do this kind of stuff nowadays. Because I'm a hybrid shooter, so you will see a camera right here. I will hide them behind some places. There's another camera, so I use a lot of cameras during my shoot, but you almost don't see them in the photos. I like this photo better because he's looking beautiful. I think this photo would look really, really awesome in the black and white. The black and white, of course. Not black and white, the black and white. Yeah, it's a banger. So, the most shittiest, so Matique and all the other people watching, the most shittiest light you can have as a wedding photographer is backlit situation like this and not enough light on the front. Because there's a very big disbalance between the outside light and the inside light. Outside the sun is shining, and inside there's no sun shining. So for this I have a backlight fix that goes onto my preset. And what a backlight fix does, see right here, it instantly makes them pop out. It's always a balance thing, but you can see the difference between, I didn't do any color grading, any editing. I only did I pressed a couple of my presets. This original photo, sorry, this is my original photo. If you want to do that, oh, this is the original photo, and this is the edited photo. Just a small minor difference, and I have to, so that's the other camera, kick-a-boo, that's the other one. I take it away after I made the shots. I will take this camera away, so I know that the camera won't be in the shot anymore, but I have to, but when it's walking towards me, I will have an extra camera also filming them walking towards me. So sometimes at weddings, because I'm a hybrid, I will work with a lot of cameras. And I don't know what's going on right here, but this is strange. Okay. See a strange spot. Okay, so in this, so subtract this brush. Excuse me. So there's a light spot here. There's in the filter, so I need to density high. So I will make this 100%, guys. So you see something sometimes happens. Now it's gone. Press Z, and now we have a better quality photo. See, so for these photos, I need to continuously use a background fix like I do right here, because or else it won't look beautiful. And there's a lot of work because, yeah, background fixes. What's your gear, sir? Which camera are you using to shoot? What's my gear? As in camera, I shoot. I work with Canon, actually, also with Canon officially. So yeah, I use Canon. I mainly use a R5 Mark II. The R5 Mark II. This is, I mean, the first hybrid camera that really is hybrid. And I shoot hybrid since 2000. Well, 17, almost 18 years hybrid. So I've shot a lot of cameras. This is the first one that really is a hybrid camera that is as good as video as in photo. This is my main camera I use, and then I have two R5s normally that I use for extra shots, or like you see in these photos for video and stuff. Yeah, and I like to shoot prime. I'm a prime shooter, but sometimes for wedding, when I shoot video, I need to also use a zoom lens, because for video, zoom is just way easier. That's a great question. So, but I pack quite light for a photographer. I don't like to pack a lot of stuff, because you can make any photo with any lens. It's not the lens that makes the photo, it's the photographer that makes the photo. Matik says, I have really basic gear, so I don't go for the shoot except my girlfriend and my friends. Yeah, but don't let basic gear set you back. Believe me, I've started photography with, where is my, like these kind of cameras. I'm looking for them. Can't find my analog cameras, but okay. I did a lot of shooting with these kind of cameras. I'll show you in the big screen. Numero uno. I did a lot of shoots with these kind of cameras, and this made me a really good photographer, because this pushes me to really think about what I'm doing. I've just it's analog. I don't have anything digital. I can look back at the photos. I really have to think about what I do with the photo. This is what makes you a good photographer. Not an expensive lens, not an expensive camera. I can create great photos with anything. I film my YouTube videos with an iPhone. This is an iPhone. This isn't a expensive camera. Well, an iPhone is an expensive camera actually, but it's not a gear, guys. It's not a gear. I can shoot great photos with any camera, because I will know what the camera can do. I will adapt, and I will make the photo as I want it to be. The 77D with the 50 millimeters, great combination. 50 millimeters is a great lens to use, man. Really use that. 50 millimeters is, can do a lot of stuff with that. So I'm further with my edit. So the backlit situation, which is a situation, again, you see a problem on her face, because somehow the filter is like, why does she need a forehead? Oh yeah, the brush. Oops, I need to delete the brush. Yep, I was copying the brush. That's pretty stupid of me. So probably this brush is also in this part. Delete. Yep. So that's really stupid of me. Okay, and here. So you can make errors like this very easily. So copy this, and what the best thing I could do is do all the photos with a background thing, but it's very hard to do, because like this photo, like this, it's really clear with his eyes. Oh, sorry, man. Thanks for saying the full screen. Yep, I was still amateur. Sorry, I thought I was already back in my screen. Don't call me sir, man. Just call me Roy, man. That's my name, Roy. Sir, it feels like I'm your dad. Maybe I'm that old. I could be your dad, but just call me Roy. Just call each other by the first name. So during a wedding, I will shoot, of course, photos of the wedding couple, but also shoot photos of people sitting there, because those are the most important people for the wedding couple. Also here you see there's the grandpa that doesn't live anymore, and they put on a chair there for them. So it's an important person, so make a photo of that. So this way I see everyone on the wedding, I get to know people, I can remember faces. And so that's their dog. How cute is the little dog? It is so cute. It was really cute. I mean, I like animals, I like dogs, but dark dogs are really hard to photograph. We had a black Labrador, and it was like impossible to photograph the dog because it was like velvet black. So when I took a photo of it, it was like taking a photo of a black hole or something, because yeah, you didn't see anything. Check. Yep. Thing goes right with the chat. Oh, perfect. I'd like to see your page in Rye. Sorry, I'd like to see your page. What do you mean with my page? What page? Oh, this is. I just know this photo is gonna be a great one in black and white. Yeah. Mom and dad. Sisters. Yeah, a lot of sisters. Yep. A little bit of a crooked photo. I like it. Maybe also a black and white version. Let me check. Yeah, yeah, she can handle it. But they can handle it. I'll ask what page. Oh, Facebook, Insta. It's it's in. Oh, sorry, I went with the wrong chat. It is in the video description. But my name, Roy van der Weens, is my name everywhere, because I'm the only one that has that name, I guess. I don't know other people with that same name. So my name actually in Dutch means wish. Yeah, so I'm a wish. So when people book me, they book a wish photographer. Don't think I'm wish like the website where you can order cheap stuff. Only thing cheap about me is my humor, but the biggest part, I'm not very cheap. Well, I'm not cheap to book. Well, expensive is something that you pay too much money for, so I'm not expensive, but yeah. I'm not a cheap photographer, but after 20 years plus, it costs an amount of money for professionality. So, like this moment, so this is a mother watching at her. So, for these photos, I know that I do an extra mask or something just to make it a little bit more obvious that her mom is, her grandma watching her. And I know a photo like this will really work in black and white. Bianco. Okay, so this. Check that one. So now here, like her mom watching at her is like a great moment. Proud mom. Of course, you're really proud at a moment like this. I'm wondering what kind of photo I chose here. Sometimes I'm like, why did I choose this photo? Sometimes, yeah, oh yeah, I know already. Yeah. This emotional part. So, yep, like this. Yep, throw the whites down. And you see me, my mouse isn't moving because I do everything with my loop deck keyboard. If you want to be fast at editing, one of the best things to do is just to buy a loop deck plus. You can go really fast with the editing. Yep. Straight. Again. Keeps on giving it error. I can't apply request adjustment on the following photo because a person is running them. Okay, so this happens sometime and it's really annoying. But it did it anyway, so no problem here. But there's an error sometimes Lightroom gives with since the new update, which is kind of annoying. Special moments. Again, we'll give this error. The only way to get rid of this error is to restart Lightroom. Then it doesn't do it anymore. I'm not going to restart. I don't want to restart Lightroom. Again, see a lot of back. If there's too much light from the back, I will I'll put on my filter. Like I try to do right now. Yep, so I can drop the light and also make a black and white version of this. And when I shoot weddings, I always walk everywhere. That's what the people know, that when they book me, I'm a guy. I'm not going to stand on the sidelines. I will be everywhere because I want to create. I don't want to shoot photos from a very far distance. I want to create photos from a I want to shoot close photos. Yeah, the light is a little bit off, like this, and it's a little bit not. Yep, and this should be black and white. That's the problem solved. But this is just a, yeah, like this. And I'm gonna add my filter. Again, it's gonna give error. Yep. Sorry, I hit the mic. Yep. So these are pretty close, but yeah. So flowers, if you have these kind of detail shots, it helps to do like a subject pop. It's quite, yeah, it's flowers on the ground. Sometimes like a little look all over it. Sometimes do something like this to give it a little bit of more edge. So there's people sitting there. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it this way. Just get laughing. So great moments. Proud parents, friends. So you see these photos are great to edit because you just have to scroll by, edit the exposure, and we're done. The dog, another dog. Yeah, let's choose this photo because yeah, it's the dog. So this photo, maybe I'm gonna put my filter on it. Yeah, close a little bit down like this. Again, the filter, if it works. Yep. Again, backlit situation for people just tuning in. Yeah, we're editing a wedding right now and we're at the ceremony. And of course, this is what every photographer doesn't want, is like a dark inside and a bright outside. So you get light differences. So I have a special filter or preset I use to fix this annoying problem, because I don't mask every photo. I just made a preset that does it for me. Crop the shit out of it because it just makes it look way better. This, yep, and he will do perfect in black and white. Just look at him. And now I'm looking for a photo where he looks at her. And it's when people talking, it's always difficult to get a great shot of someone saying something, because it's people talking never looks really nice on photos. Yep. So like a photo like this, there's a lot of light on the dress, and it's annoying when there's light on the dress. So sometimes it's just great to do a high contrast kind of photo like this. Make sure that the white balance is still correct, because the white balance is a little bit off. But the best thing to do is just make a high contrast black and white shot, which like this. So I think this one is unsharp, probably. No, it's not unsharp. Straighten it up. A little bit tinier like this, and more light. Black white version. Really fix the stuff. Same here. Got that backdrop. That's beautiful. So I always underexpose, so I get the back quite good in the photo, and I could separately grab them and make them a little bit more lighter. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. I used the wrong filter. Let's grab them. Like this. Give them a little more light. So it becomes better. And I will make a black and white version of it, because this looks better in black and white. And copy this one. Copy, put it on this photo right here. Straighten it up. And a little bit too much light on her dress. So you see pops out too much. So she's a subject, so the subject light. And again, do a black and white solution to fix this. It's better. She looks in love with him. A little bit of crop, so she gets a little more focus on him. Yep, make a black and white version of it, because it's gonna look awesome in black and white. Yep, keep watching. Again, all those backdrop photos. I know when I shoot a wedding with a backdrop like this, that is going to be a lot of editing. So my subject, I'm going to do differently, because I have a lot of photos like this. So I'm going to keep it like this. Maybe high contrast. I'm going to do the sun version. This one is unsharp. Yeah, now she's talking to give it the vows, and now I've looked for a great moment where she's talking, and I like the moment, their interaction, a little bit like this. I like it. I'm first going to check out if the background fix can do something for them. Let me check. So I darken her down so the background becomes a little bit better. Make a black and white version of it. Magnifique. Yeah. He's a little there, and the guy in the back quite distracting. Yep. So this. Yep. So again, why would I shoot a straight photo? Something I do. Strange photos. So there's the kiss. Check if it works. My background pop kind of thing. There's a lot. What is wrong with this filter? Yeah, it's like quite some exposure. Yeah, exposure, some shadow, fix, and now when we go back, yeah, it doesn't work. But this is a great example that it just, the balance is a little bit off. We need a little bit more backlight like this, has to feel more natural. You can't make too much difference between the back and the front. Yeah, this is the one I'm going for. Boom shakalaka. Edit. Adder. Oh, I touched something. Yep. And I will make a black and white version of this because yep. And it's a ring show photo. That's a great thing because this is also a lot of edit work. The ceremony because in front of a window, and after this we don't have a lot of edit work anymore. Yeah, this should be a black and white also because yeah, it works in black and white with the dog. How cute, cute. So there's a lot of people in the watching. So where's everybody from? I'm curious. You know, like we got Sri Lanka, we got like all kind of places. Oh. Wow. So you guys probably didn't hear that, but I'm Dutch. You just can't hear that because it's impossible to recognize a Dutch person by his English accent. It's impossible. Like French people speaking English. You don't hear that they're French. It's impossible. With all those Europeans, so when I speak English, you accept people from like Denmark and stuff. Like when I speak English, it almost can't hear that I'm from Denmark. I don't know why, because they have the same kind of language as we have, but somehow there's a big difference. We have to crop this because I don't want to see the other people. What a beautiful shot, man. Really, really beautiful. Who shot this? Who shot this photo? I'm wondering why I shot this photo like this, why I did all the spaces here. I'm really wondering why I did this. Probably, yes. He's like, does it fit? It fits. Yeah, cute. I know he's gonna put on his ring again. All that extra space, normally I will shoot closer, but Manyi Batar. How do you guys come up with those names, man? Alright, let me check. Manyi Butter 8704. Well, thanks for joining the chat. Lots actually what you do for video editing, but a lot is also you can name a is kind of a preset. Yeah, I use presets as you can see here. So my whole preset is this whole thing right here. So it's not like one thing. What you probably mean are looks. So when people use LUTs, they also include looks. And looks are things that instantly give a effect. So when I would put on this effect, it's instantly a boom. There's stuff going on. Oh, that's an instant LUT. But for the most photos, I just use a basic edit with contrast and playing with light. I'm a photographer. So photo means light. I write with light. But with photo shoots, that I did that earlier, I will do looks, so more heavier looks. But for a ceremony, I'm not going to do heavy looks because I don't think it's you don't need heavy looks. So a preset is a lot of things. So my preset is actually this whole thing right here, and what we call presets are the basic edit things here for basic moments when I shoot. Masks are things I can fix something in the photo, and looks are like creating a heavier look. A lot of people are it's very confusing for a lot of people, because a lot of people think there's like one click and then everything is edited. Yeah, I sell presets, and those presets are looks and have a heavy look to them. But when I edit myself, I will do a lot of stuff besides only a look. So this is a great example. That freaking background is annoying. So what I can do is say I want to fix the background. Now it will fix the background. It's part of a preset I made. Like this, and I will maybe go like this. Like this. I made another one. Clearly. So I copy this settings. So there's a lot of copy pasting and using the pre-built presets I have. So I hope this answers your question. As you can see on my YouTube page, I sell presets. Those are the best. The best. But you can use those presets in all these kind of things. And maybe I'm gonna sell this one, this whole thing, but I have to make a video about it so people understand how it works, because it's the professional way of editing, but also the very simple and more easier way to edit for editing. So again, all these photos have like a background I don't like. So I'll fix it like this, instant fix. And as you see, I don't really do anything on the right side. Sometimes I do stuff on the right side, but most of the time I will just do copy paste, use my pre-built presets, and like this photo. And that's it. Because if I have to do everything the same at every photo, every time I have to go into the color grading, it takes so much time and it doesn't really add up something, I think. I like this photo of them. It's like a really beautiful shot. I'm also gonna make this in black and white because it'll look awesome. Yep, maybe better than that one. Yeah, even better. So, copy. So I'll select those photos. I know I can send them those photos. That's the wedding efficient. Yep. Yep. Blah blah blah. Oh, so now they are walking away, and oh, I love the light here. Not. Background situation, always fun times with background situations. So I've added my background edit, but doesn't do a lot. Doesn't do a lot. Yes, so copy paste, and I will add this edit to all these photos, because all these photos are walking away towards me with the same light. So if I copy paste, I normally use that for all the photos in the same light condition. You have a Canon R. Well, the Canon R is a great camera. I can't take photos with it because the buttons are different from a normal R5. I photographed once with it and I was really annoyed because I'm sorry, if you are a photographer for 20 years, use the 5 series, and then to cut back to a different camera, it's almost impossible. You're so used to the settings and the buttons, I just know where the buttons are, and when I have to switch, it's really counterintuitive. I look for a photo where they, yeah, you're gonna choose this one. Yeah, a little kiss. Yeah, maybe we're gonna make this in black and white to make it a little bit more fun. I'm gonna choose it, but I'm not really convinced by it. Not the kiss I was hoping for. I was hoping for like more like a got a kiss. So when you get married, just go for a full tongue kiss, like a full wet kiss. Those are the best. Yeah, this isn't a great photo. This is great. I like her reaction. That's what I like. I like that. Yeah, this feels. Yeah, it's wrong timing for me. Happens. Even the best make wrong timing photos. I still that stupid foot right here. No, I don't want to edit. Yep. So make it black and white. Oh, the wrong black and white filter. Jeez. Yep. Done with the ceremony. Now we go to friends and family. So, great example. What do you have? Canon is best for photos. I have Nikon. Ah, too bad, man. You have a Nikon. Best for photos. Yeah, photos, also video. Their color science is awesome. The best camera there is the one you have. It's as simple as that. And I'm glad Nikon is back, because Nikon was away for a long time with like nothing. But they upped their game, so I'm glad they did that, because we need some competition between the brands. Because if there's no competition, we don't get better cameras. So we need Sony and Canon and Nikon to make better cameras. It doesn't matter which brand camera you have. You want the other brands to make better cameras, so they want to make a better camera. That's how it works. So this photo is in the sunlight. So as you can see here, there's a lot of contrast. So I will add my sun filter for the simple reason, and a group radial pop for the simple reason that it just looks a little bit better. Only thing, I want a little bit more light. So now it looks. I need to copy my masking filters. And now what I will do is, let's check here. See how it looks on this photo. Nope. Only do these photos. I will. Oh, shit. Sorry. Can't say that on stream. Can't swear on screen. On stream screen. So, copy to settings. What happened right here? You didn't copy the masks. So freaking annoying. Copy the damn mask. Okay, sometimes Lightroom doesn't want to do what I want to do. I'm from India, Punjab. Your English. Oh, you can write English, man. Good job, you're writing in English. Great job. We're learning. Replace. So now we'll edit photos. I hate it when my my edit get delayed by some stupid malfunction of Lightroom. So different photos. Again, we're going to use the sun mask like this. A bit lighter. Maybe a little bit of color in it. Yep. I don't need the mask. Copy. Paste. Like this. Easier. Copy. Oh yeah, I'm a video editor too, because I also shoot video, of course. So yeah. I'm a hybrid star for videographer, so I shoot photo and video. Actually, yeah, I started editing video when I was 16. I'm now 45, so I've been doing it for a long time. Yeah. What can I say? Maybe you need a subject pop. I totally forgot that I need a subject pop. Makes it look better, and desaturate the background maybe a little bit. Let me check. Nope. I'm gonna do this. Yep. Check if it's better. Yeah, it's better. And I'm going to do the subject pop on all these photos. It's gonna take a while, but I think that's the best thing to do. Face settings. Replace. In Punjab, okay, yeah, there's a lot of weddings in India, so I think it's a great place to be a photographer or videographer to great stuff. So, yeah, great job, man. So where I live, there's a lot of people from India here, so I eat a lot of Indian food. I like it because it's freaking spicy. The great thing about Indian food is that you can enjoy it twice. You know, like there's no other food that makes you enjoy it twice. Like the first time you enjoy it from your plate, and the second time you enjoy it, well, putting it on another plate. If you know what I mean. I try to keep this video not that I don't want to go their route with my words, but you know what I mean. Oh, look at those beautiful photos. This man is awesomeness. Oh, grandma, what a darling. Yeah. That's it, darling. Lights, action. Yep. Yeah, group photos. I mean, when I'm married, I didn't do any group photos because I don't like group photos. I think it's so posed and so like, yep. A lot of people do it and it's their choice, so I'll make the photos, but yeah, the food's great taste, man. I know. I like the food. It's just great curries and spice and all the good stuff. Yep, like this. So you can see I going through this quite fast with my keyboard. I just look at the photo, crank up the exposure. So I don't even look at the histogram. After so many years of being a photographer, you instantly see if your exposure is correct. That's the thing. You get a feeling for that. The Germans have a word for that. They call it Fingerspitzengefühl. Fingerspitzengefühl. Yeah. I don't think that every Dutch person can speak German or any German can speak Dutch. Some things we can understand from each other, but I so happen to speak German also. So that's why I know that it's Fingerspitzengefühl, and that means like the feeling in your fingers, you know, like that little subtle movements for things. That's what I have. The makeup artist. Oh man, these are friends, lovely women. Oh, a lot of fun with them because I shoot video, I was on a party, but the party wasn't really started yet, and they started to make a dance for me for my video. So I had like dancing people in my video. How awesome is that? Because I was like, I need dancing people in my shots. You know, like sometimes you need, yeah, you know, like people that. Why is every photo not straight? I like really not straight. So actually, the person on the right, she's a Dutch photographer, but she also works in India. She told me so. She's very familiar with the Indian culture. She likes it a lot. So what do you say? Sorry, yeah, for the visit in Golden. My Indian photographer work is in other countries. Oh, that's a great job, man. Should be proud of that. But the great thing about internet is that we can all communicate together, so the world is becoming quite smaller. We all becoming like one group of people, not like different countries anymore. Well, that would be great. Like we're all from planet Earth, man. Oh, look at these photos. I can do a lot of stuff with these photos, but I don't think I should, because there were dancing and stuff, and could do stuff with it, like add a look and stuff, but I don't know, man. It doesn't feel right to do looks on these photos. this. Every photo, no photo is straight. Why? Why didn't I shoot any straight photo? Oh, I know, because I was dancing with them and I was like, I want some fun, you know, during the photo shoot. So, and because I was dancing with them, I only shot like photos that are not straight. And there's a building behind them that shows that I'm not shooting straight photos. Oh, sorry, like this. You have great skills and experience. Oh, Matik, you have to go. Well, thanks for watching, man. It was great to have you in the chat. See you next time. Don't forget to subscribe, man. If you don't subscribe, oh, man. It was great to have you here, man. Enjoy your day and your study, and see you next time. Is it okay to cut shoots for photos? Well, officially you can't do that, but I think if the photo is has an emotional content or some content that is important, you can cut off anything, I guess. It's use your feelings sometimes. Officially you have like special place where you cut off like limbs and stuff for photos, but I'm not that. I think emotion always goes in front of the perfect you say crop in the photo. Sometimes you just have to take a photo and you don't have time to make that perfect color at a perfect angle. Oh, sorry. So this is a drone photo. So the color grading definitely works different. As you can see, the white balance is way off. So I grab her dress. Missed some highlights here. Wait a second, it's a drone photo. Yep. The drone that died after this shot. Same here. Replace. So almost done. Maybe a little bit closer for this group photo. Just a little crooked. Yay! This is a little fun photos after the shoots. So these are photos just like nothing fancy, just quick balance. Those children were there. I was like, let's take a photo of you guys. So I did that. That's it. Well, guys, the next part I will do in the next live stream because I still have to go like 4 folders and it's time to eat and it's time to finish this edit, and I will be back online with a second part of this edit to the other photos, like the afternoon, the party. It's going to be interesting because there's a lot of interesting photos in the party because he has a company that makes stuff for like the big festivals in the world, and it's really awesome to see what they did. And I'd like to thank everyone for watching the live stream. It's great to have you guys here, and if you want to check out more, because there's more live streams you can watch back on my channel, you just go and watch them. You learn a lot of them, and I've also got other videos about hybrid shooting, photography, wedding photography. I'm an old guy. I've done this for a long time, and I made every mistake you can make as a photographer and a videographer. And I encourage you to make mistakes, because the only way to get better is to make mistakes. And I will end this video with my big head in the screen. Hello. What are my glasses? Oh, I look younger like this. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, throw them in the chat or like in the comment section. Be sure to follow, like, subscribe, well, you know everything. I really appreciate it. So I know that these kind of live streams really help people editing, because I like to help people show my skills or help my skills to give them to someone else, so you can know how to use those skills. And a lot about photography is way simpler than you think. A lot about color grading is way simpler than you think, and I can help you making it way simpler and don't overthink things. If you want presets, you can find presets on my channel, under my videos, everywhere. Those are the best presets in the world, guys. They are the best. Check them out if you like them. Buy them. If you don't like them, buy them. And now I'm going to end the stream and see you next time. Bye-bye.